Happy Wednesday, everybody. This is Creative Mike. I'm excited today because I got a nice little email yesterday regarding one of my properties. So I'm going to kind of go over this with you guys today about what had happened and what transpired. So I had this buyer that went ahead and was going to purchase three properties from me, but he only had a certain amount of funds, including closing costs, that he needed to be in at. And so me thinking about, okay, what can I do? He's like, Mike, listen, I have $100,000. I like all three of your properties. I like your St. Pete's property, I like your Clearwater property, and I like your Palmetto property. And so I'm like, huh, well, with my assignment fees, there's no way that you can go ahead and purchase these properties because we're going to be way past that number. He's like, well, listen, I got 100K. You're Creative Mike. You figure this out. So I'm like, all right. So I go to my drawing board. I start working up the numbers. I start seeing, okay. I remember Pace's video talking about financing assignment fees. So I'm like, okay, let me do this. I have 10 grand here, 15 grand here, and 20 grand here. So how can I go ahead and make this work for him and make this work for me now and in the long run? So what I did was I went ahead and I created what was called a mortgage note and a promissory note, and we negotiated certain payments on these properties. So the payments are about $150 per month per property, and he balloons me out in 12 months. So I'm protected with a mortgage note. So it's basically lien on title in my company's name. I get ACH payments every single month into my business account. And in 12 months, he has to balloon me whatever is left over. So, like a full payout. Now, mind you, all this was happening during Helene and Milton, right? Because this was in Florida. And so one of the properties was in Clearwater and it got really flooded. It didn't get really flooded, but it got flooded to the point where it was damaged. There had to be insurance claims, drywalls had to be ripped out and everything else. And so what had happened was I went ahead and he purchased two properties. So he bought the property in St. Petersburg, and he bought the property in Palmetto. We closed, everything was fine, but Clearwater, we were still on the cusp of closing it, and so he retracted from Clearwater because of the damages, but because of my follow up with the seller, because of everything going on. And because the seller was very communicative and wanted to sell the property, my buyer really wanted to buy the property. We kept on going back and forth, back and forth. He's getting his insurance claim. He's finally getting his final check. He's getting some mold remediation. So just yesterday, we got an email saying that the buyer is ready to move forward once the seller gets the mold remediation completed. And so we're gonna have a closing scheduled for sometime in the middle of February. Why I'm telling you this is because I don't want you guys losing deals because of of a buyer not having enough money or your entry fee being too high. Get creative. Maybe finance some of the assignment fee. Get a little portion up front. In my case, I was cool with financing the entire assignment fees. So now in total, I have about close to 45 to 50 thousand dollars in mortgage notes on there on three properties across. So in a year, I'm gonna get paid out like about whatever is gonna be left over from the monthly payments. But the cool thing is though, I also get income every single month. So if I'm getting 150 per property, that's $450 per month. That's a car payment, right? It's a car payment. That's maybe a nice dinner with the family, once a month or whatever you want to use that money on, or maybe some bills. But the cool thing is, imagine stacking all these up, like stacking like all these properties up. Even if you have all these properties, and even if 75% of those buyers pay you out, you don't have to take them to the court or file a judgment against them. You still have all this money coming in 6 months, 12 months down the line without you even thinking about it. So if you don't need the money right now, and especially if you don't want to lose the deal, think about financing your assignment fee or financing a portion of your assignment fee and setting up the payment. So I'm very happy, very excited that I was able to resurrect this deal. And this deal is going to now work out and close sometime in February. So super excited for that. Didn't think this was going to happen, but with consistent follow up and emails and making sure the sellers and the buyers were connected, we're going to get this deal completed. So I'm really, really, really happy about that. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, "Hey, Mike, well, how? What if the seller and buyer went behind your back?" Listen, guys, when you build that rapport, when you build that trust, when you build that loyalty between your buyer and your seller, and everybody's on the same page, everybody knows what's going on, and everybody understands where each person stands. Then you don't have to worry about it. If I really wanted to do it, I could have recorded my contract on title. I could have put an affidavit of memorandum, basically meaning there's like a lien and he cannot sell the property without me releasing the lien. But all in all, it was just good vibes. I had good communication. Everything was great. The attorney's fantastic as well. That's working on this file. And so it just shows you like the creativity that this community, the sub two community has taught me to just completely go think outside the box, go outside my realm, and just be creative and look at every single deal differently because not every deal is going to be the same. Not every deal is going to cater to somebody. But the one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to just lose that deal or end up losing money on that deal because you couldn't disposition it or because you were being too stern about I want my assignment fee right now. I don't care, whatever. Put your ego aside, finance that assignment fee, get paid a little bit now, get paid a little bit later, but just get paid. Get paid. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? I don't get paid on one of the deals or something along those lines. I still have a lien on title on that property. These are awesome properties in awesome areas. St. Pete's, Palmetto, and you have Clearwater, Florida, right? So great areas, great areas. So worst case scenario, what if I file a judgment or a claim, take him to court? I'll make him pay, the court fees and my attorney fees and everything else if worst comes to worst. But I'm not worried about that. The buyer's pretty cool. People can change. I do understand that, but in the end, I'm happy with what I did. I will continue to do that because I will not lose deals over not being able to disposition them because somebody just doesn't have enough money to purchase my deal and pay my assignment fee up front. So that's just a little takeaway for you guys that I want you guys to take away today from me is learning how to finance your assignment fees. And there's two things that you need. You need a mortgage note with directions and instructions, and you also need a promissory note. So you want to make sure you get if it's an attorney state, get with a good attorney that can prepare those docs for you. If it's a non-attorney state, make sure you work with a great title company. A Pace Morby started Creative Title. I haven't used them yet. So I will be using them probably, hopefully, pretty soon. I've been pretty loyal to the title companies I've been working with throughout the different states because they've been treating me very well and taught me a lot. But I will definitely be using my mentor's title company called Creative Title. So I want to put it out there. They are obviously a very, very investor friendly title company. So um, it's just overall excited. A cool thing is yesterday, guys, I did my first acupuncture therapy, right? So I was kind of feeling low yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of feeling low, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just not feeling like myself today. I need to go ahead and do something. So my partner, my beautiful partner, she went ahead and she had her acupuncture therapy scheduled for yesterday. And because of her heart, she's like, you know what? Why don't you take place of my acupuncture therapy? You've never done it before. You've never been there. You've never done anything holistic before in your life. Just give it a shot because she just did one last week. And so I did. I threw everything down. I did my work. I'm like, you know what? Let me go try this out. So I walk in. So I go to Schaumburg. It's in Schaumburg, Illinois. It's like a little like industrial area. So I pull in, I get out of my car. It's like 6 degrees, super cold right now. I walk in and like this real nice Asian man comes out. His English isn't too well. He tells me to fill out this form, and I fill out this form, and he's like, "Oh yeah, but the back form I fill." I'm like, "Okay, okay, okay." So you fill out the back form. He's like, "Please come inside the room." So I'm thinking typically I'm used to like going to like getting a massage or whatever. So you got to take off all your clothes. You're in your boxers. You go underneath the towel. He's like, "No, no, no. Just take off your shoes. Take off your socks. Take off your hat, obviously, and then lay down." And then he goes and he touches my wrists, and he's like, "Mike, your energy is very, very low." Like, really? I'm like, "Well, maybe because, I don't know. I'm just, just really, I'm doing a lot. I got a lot going on." He's like, "Yeah, I know." He's like, "Your energy is very low." He's like, "Relax." So he tells me to put my head down, lay down, relax, don't move. He proceeds to take out these little needles, right? And so, by the way, I'm scared of needles, but I have a bunch of tattoos. Okay, if you guys don't know, I have a good amount of tattoos. But with that being said, he proceeds to start putting little needles in my wrist, so like right over here, and he proceeds to take two more needles here, and he puts like four needles on top of my scalp, and then he also puts a needle in my forehead, and he puts a needle in both two of my feet. And he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna leave." I'm like, "Okay, you're going? You're going? Where are you going?" He's like, "I'm gonna be back." And I swear to God, I don't know what happened. The minute this man left, I closed my eyes, out. I was out like a light bulb, like that song, out like a light bulb, out like a light bulb, right? So I was literally out. Like, I don't know what happened, what turned off inside my brain, but I was just out. And I felt so much at peace. I don't know what it is about it, but I just felt so at peace. He comes back, and he comes back, and I wake up. I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. What just happened? Like, what did I go out? Like, what's going on here, you know?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, you were sleeping." I was like, "For how long was I sleeping for?" He's like, "Oh, just 35 minutes." I was like, "Really? 35 minutes?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Wow." I'm like, "It felt like an eternity." He's like, "Yeah, that's how it feels." I was like, "Whoa." So he proceeds to take off my all the needles. I get up, I'm kind of like woozy, like, "Oh, what's going on?" But then like my body kind of wakes up, and I feel like this new burst of energy. I don't know if it means anything, or I mean, I've never believed in acupuncture before. I've never tried it. I've never tried holistic medicine or medication or holistic procedures. However, this really kind of opened up my eyes. And I'm like, "So what's next?" Well, he pulls out his little scanner. I think it was a Square thing, right? So he takes my credit card. He's like, "Oh, $95." I'm like, "Okay, no problem, $95." So it costs $95 for a session. I'm like, "So what do we do next?" He's like, "Well, I don't know. Just call me when you want to come back." I'm like, "So when you don't want to set up an appointment or anything?" He's like, "No, not really. Just call me when you wanna come in, and we can try this again and see how you feel." I'm like, "Okay." So I walked out, went to work. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit more happier. I don't know. I don't know if it was the needles, if it was just the environment of the room, if it was just my 35 minutes of nap. Maybe that's what my body needed to rest and kind of rewind. I'm sorry, unwind. And yeah, it was an interesting experience. I think I'm gonna do it again though. I think I'm gonna do more holistic things moving forward, especially with the business that I'm in. It's pretty stressful, but it's good stress, right? We got a lot of things going on. So, you know, I'm supposed to be stressed out, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm supposed to be stressed out tackling different problems every single day, providing solutions. That's what I do, right? That's what I do. I'm supposed to do that. So, Hey guys, hey Helen, thanks for joining. Acupuncture works and helps energy flow. I have done it and would like to do it again. Yeah, Helen. Yeah, I think it does too. I've never thought about it before, but hey, good morning, and I've done it yesterday and it looks like it could possibly work. So pretty excited about that. So I'm gonna probably give that a shot again and just do more holistic things moving forward. That's what I'll probably keep doing and keep trying out different things. Um, and then also on the other note, where I'm excited, if tomorrow we should be, or tomorrow, what's today? Wednesday, right? So tomorrow we should be closing San Antonio. We just got a bunch of other San Antonio properties in, so hopefully we'll be picking up some more. Just looked at a fix and flip in Oak Park with my partner on paper. Numbers look pretty good. Maybe we'll pick that one up. So if you guys have anything, guys, I'm not buying in the South Side. I'm not buying in the war zones. Don't send me any of that stuff. I'm sorry. There's bad experiences my friends had fixing up houses, then all their stuff being stolen out of those houses. I don't want to deal with that. I'm a suburban boy. I'm North Side Chicago, South suburbs. So whatever you guys have out there, send it out to me. I want to take a look at it, preferably cosmetic remodeling or to median rehab. If you have a gut rehab job, make sure the numbers, make sure there's a good spread. I won't look at it unless there's a good spread on something that I have to, that it's going to take me 3 to 4 months to rehab and then 2 to 3 months to sell. It's got to be a really good spread. So just make sure you remember that. So northwest suburbs, obviously, south suburbs, north side Chicago, the north, and then the west, right? So any of those areas, definitely buying in. Also, when it comes to fix and flips, I'll also make sure to send me over your subject to deals, your pre foreclosures, your probates. I'll take care of all the work for you. If I buy it, I'll pay you an assignment fee. If we want a joint venture, I'll just disposition it for you, and then we'll split the fees. My team will handle everything, the pre-foreclosure process, stopping the auction. If it's a probate, I'll get a probate attorney involved, and I also have ways not to go to probate court as well, especially in states like Illinois, where we can do what's called an affidavit of heirship. So there's a lot of cool things we can do. So if you want to work with me, if you want to joint venture with me, DM me. Let's work together. Let's make some money together. Love to make money with people. Love to see people succeed. Love to see my students succeed. If you want to join Sub 2, hit me up. I got a link for you. It's a referral link. You're gonna get a discount. I know Sub 2 right now has a bunch of, they have different tiers, so different programs right now. I couldn't tell you, this community is amazing. It's done a lot for me. I'm very excited about it. Very excited with what the future brings, and I want to continue to see how we're going to keep evolving, and how creative finance is going to keep evolving. Now, I was actually supposed to go, so it's crazy because one of my favorite motivational speakers, authors, mentors is Dr. Jordan Peterson. I looked at my calendar today. He was supposed to be here in Rosemont, Illinois, but unfortunately, I guess he moved this out to April. So now I have to wait till April to see him. But the cool thing is though, I'm going to Squad Up Summit, right? Which is the Sub 2 Squad Up Summit. So if you're not in Sub 2, I don't believe you can get tickets. Um, but he's gonna be there. So how cool is that? My one person that I love to listen to, that like motivates me and puts me at ease, and everything else, is Dr. Jordan Peterson. Shout out to him. The quotes he says is unbelievable. The passages he conveys are amazing. And especially the one I just told you guys about, like the one about the mother. I love my mom so much. She's done so much for me and my brother. So much respect for Dorota Molisco. Thank you so much for being such a great mom to us all these years. I know you tried your hardest. I know you've done the best. You've raised two boys on your own without any help, and I commend you. I commend you for that, mom. I really do. as I get older, as I became a father, I've realized what it means and how hard it must have been for you to do what you did as a mom. You know, all those jobs you were working, you even managed to purchase a house for us, buy us good clothes, give us a good education. And you had two boys, you know, two boys who obviously were growing up, adolescent years, getting in trouble, and you still loved us no matter what. Put food on the table, put clothes on our back, always made sure to put us first. So thank you so much for that. I love you, and you're such a good grandma to our son Tyler. I'm gonna tear up here a little bit because, mom, you are amazing to Tyler. He could not have a better grandma than you. Um, words cannot I cannot express this into words how much we appreciate you, um, and how much Tyler loves you, and I just really hope that you're going to be around for a very long time because before I was going to move to California. I was going to move to a different state, and I'm glad everything that happened to me happened because I'm so glad that we're so close by you. We're just like, you're just a block away, and you care so much for our son, and I really thank you for that. I really do. And you try to be there as much as you can, and when we need you, you're there to watch him. And he comes over and he's like, I want to go to Baba's house. I want to go to Baba's house. And it's just the most beautiful thing for me to hear that my son has so much respect and love for you, mom. And I like I said, I love you so much. You're so dear to my heart, and I can't wait to do some great things for you, as I go along this journey, and as I continue to build. I know you're still working really hard, and you're having some physical problems and things like that. So we'll get through it together, and we'll make sure that you're healthy so you can continue being the great and beautiful grandma that you are. Well, I guess I kind of went off topic here, but I guess that's what happens when you're streaming live, and you care for somebody so deeply. So, mom, thank you so much, guys. If you're listening, and go give your mom and your dad a big hug and kiss, because you never know when the last time it is that you're going to see them. So if you're listening right now, Tom, hey, listen, no matter what's going on, mom, I love you, dad, I love you, I'm glad you're here, I'm glad you're here, I'm glad you're here. And so with that being said, guys, it's about 10 o'clock. I gotta jump off. I got a lot of work to do. If you got any questions, shoot me a DM. I know that you guys have been shooting me a lot of DMs. I'm trying to respond as much as I possibly can, but it has been pretty difficult, with all the messages I'm receiving. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please, if you want to help me out, you can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Kick. I'm on Kick. Please follow me on Kick. I love Kick. That's my new platform that I'm on right now. So Kick is awesome. And yeah, just and the meetups. Meetups are gonna start soon, guys. So I want to meet everybody that wants to learn real estate. I don't care if you're a beginner or novice, an expert. I don't care if you're a billionaire. Come by. Let's meet. Let's network. Let's shake hands. I'm sure we can all bring value to each other. And if you guys are not following me, I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers this year. I got my 2025 goals up here. I'm trying to buy one RV park, multifamily, get to 10,000 followers, buy one business, and then I want to also possibly buy a great sub to home for my family in the northwest suburbs. So close to my mom still, because my son is still very young. So I'm not leaving until he grows up a little bit older, and until we're kind of ready to move and turn the chapter over. So, but as of right now, mom is a block away, so we're good to go. All right, guys. As always, appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening, to the Creative Mike Show, and love you guys. And as always, stay creative, my friends.